What do you believe and feel about yourself when no one else is around? We're not talking about your resume, your recent performance review, or what's on your LinkedIn profile. We're talking about the private, internal conversations you have with yourself about yourself that only you are aware of. Eleanor Roosevelt said, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." How often are you granting yourself permission, for example, to feel inferior? How can we recognize these beliefs and feelings and effectively reframe them? Doing so enables us to develop and maintain high self-regard. So what is self-regard? Self-regard is belief in your inherent worth and potential. It's the internal foundation from which emotional resilience and self-confidence grow. Dr. Nathan Brandon, the world's foremost expert on self-regard, explains the link between self-regard and interpersonal effectiveness. He said, research shows that a well-developed sense of personal value correlates significantly with kindness, generosity, social cooperation, and a spirit of mutual aid. Self-regard is not the same as ego or arrogance. It's not about believing you're better than others. It's about believing you have inherent worth, even in moments of imperfection or failure. It's basic respect and esteem for yourself and others. This belief is both innate and trainable. Self-regard increases as you begin to understand that first, your worth is unconditional. Second, you're allowed to grow and struggle and recover. Third, you don't need to prove your value to earn it. Your sense of self influences everything: how you perform, how you respond to feedback, how you take risks, and how you show up under pressure. Think about this. The average person generates between 12 to 60,000 thoughts per day. Of those thoughts, 80% tend to be negative, and 95% of those thoughts occur more than once. In other words, they are going over and over again on repeat. Why is this relevant? The culmination of all these thoughts results in beliefs and feelings about self, or in other words, self-regard. Much of self-regard is developed and influenced by the internal dialogue we have with ourselves. If our beliefs and feelings about ourselves tend to be negative, it takes a toll on our self-regard. Engaging in positive self-talk means silencing your inner critic and abolishing negative narratives. This includes compassionate internal dialogue, empowering language, optimistic framing, and accurate self-assessment. So here's the imperative: engage in positive self-talk. Identify an area of consistent negative self-talk in your life. What is untrue about what you're telling yourself? The 5 learnable skills for self-regard are, and I'll go over these briefly. First, self-respect, recognizing your inherent worth and valuing yourself as a unique human being, regardless of your flaws or mistakes. Second, independence, the freedom to think and act on your own. Determine the course of your own life and avoid undue influence from inappropriate obligations to others. Third, confidence, trusting in your abilities and judgment with the inner belief that you can take effective action and overcome challenges. Fourth, motivation, the internal drive to take action, contribute, and put forth effort with a genuine desire to perform. And fifth, optimism, a hopeful and enthusiastic mindset that deliberately focuses on the bright side, believes in possibilities, and expects and contributes to positive outcomes. Now it's time to analyze your results and action plan. In order to improve, we first need to understand our current state. So open your self-regard report and begin interpreting your results. If you've received multi-rater feedback, be open to it, reflect, internalize, and embrace your results. After you understand your results, identify one behavior you'd like to include in your action plan to increase your overall self-regard.